We are founders of 2Gaijin.com, and as you know, if you don't know, 2Gaijin.com is a second-hand items trade platform for foreigners living in Hokkaido, Sapporo. So we are trying to help you to have a bit easier life here. Actually, before we start today's topic, which is about the dorms at Hokkaido, I saw several topics in post in group in Facebook, and it seems that foreigners are having a hard time living in Japan, even though some racism issues or some discrimination issues. I saw last 3-4 days almost 3 posts. One was about parking lot, one was about the post office, and one was more, I don't remember that, but like, you see, we are foreigners in Japan, so it's kind of difficult, maybe in some meaning. Sometimes you see discrimination, you don't feel good, you maybe feel some depression, maybe in some meaning.
And language problem is the biggest one, I think. It's all the time Japanese, and
it makes even problem bigger, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's too difficult, I think.
Yeah. So sorry for starting with this kind of topic, but it was like, guys, we want to create a platform where foreigners can easily access, do the stuff they want to do, contact with people. Right now, we don't have that much maybe technology in our hand to do it, but we're really trying hard to make a community where foreigners can adjust easily and then have less issues. And when they leave, they will be quite happy that they had this kind of service that helped them, or platform that helped them.
I think our duty is to make Sapporo, Japan, whole itself, to make it convenient or comfortable place for foreigners.
Foreign friendly.
Yeah,
right.
I would say
hopefully.
So, and my goal is to create a super application for foreigners living in Sapporo.
I'm trying to achieve your goal.
Yes, I know. So we are doing our best to do so. And please, if you have any ideas for business, or if you have any
suggestions that guys, why don't you do this? Let us know, so you can write under this video, or you can directly write to the 2Gaijin Facebook page inbox.
So I think we are kind of stuck in terms of idea.
Maybe
we think about
we are just like a very small group, like 3-4 of us, and we need some people who would be interested in working with us. We enjoy it, and we want to share those enjoyment with you. So anyway, let's go back to the topic. So we did the ice-breaking session.
Right.
Today's topic is a dorm. So we will have to talk about like pros and cons of the dorm.
Okay.
I have lived, and I think you also have lived in a dorm, right?
Well, yes. When I was student, not Hokkaido,
but it was something else.
Something else.
And then we'll try to talk about like what to expect when you are moving in and out of the dorm. Is there any better options, and our own experience. So we'll talk about that later, but at the beginning, let's talk about the pros and cons of a dorm.
So you will talk about like general dorms, not Hokkaido dorm, or...
Yeah, kinda. Okay. Actually, there are several types of the dorms. Some dorms even provide you with the food, right? Like the one you were living.
I was living, yes.
And some dorms, they almost provide... kind of nothing.
Okay.
Like,
which is like apartment, right?
No, I mean like Kitalabs.
Okay, okay, I see. Okay. I've never been there before. So
that's like a city garbage.
That's true.
Area.
Okay.
If you have never been there? I have been there 2 times.
Okay.
I wish, or I hope you don't find a dead body there, because you can find almost anything.
That dirty?
It's that dirty. Okay. Let's start from there, actually.
Okay,
I was living in a Kita International dorm around Soen.
Okay.
When I came here, I was living in a couple dorm. And the next dorm, I was told that there's a Kitalabs around this area. I went to check it, and it doesn't look like a dorm. It looks like a refugee campsite, or I don't know.
Okay.
It's quite a lot of stuff dumped there.
Okay.
People are too loud. Sometimes you'll hear someone shouting. So kind of weird place.
Okay.
I don't know if you have any experience there. Can you write about that place, the experience you have? Because I think if you have survived the Keitekiryo in Japan, you can survive anywhere in Japan. Because it looks like a very old building with old facilities inside. As I told, everything looks like an refugee campsite.
Is it like, you know, can you pick like expensive one and cheap one, something like that? Or they're all like at the same price?
I don't know. I think it's all mixed up. Maybe some, if you're lucky, some rooms will be quite clean. It's mainly managed by students themselves.
Okay.
And in general, they are not foreign, but the Japanese students. So if you have never been there, I would tell you, go and just check it. You will like it. You'll feel like you are going to, I don't know, post-war area where everything is thrown here and there. So we are living in Japan. We're expecting everything to be clean.
Okay.
But not that dorm.
That's different.
Yeah, that dorm is pretty dirty.
Sharing rooms or individual?
I think it's individual rooms.
Okay.
It's one person, one room.
Okay.
But it's dirt cheap. You can stay in that room for 7,000 yen, I think.
Wow.
7 or 8,000 yen. It's very cheap. It's for single people only. So there's no couple or no family rooms.
But I think in order to live in the Hokkaido, we have to show your parents' payment. I think. I mean salary.
If you're a foreigner, you don't need.
Oh, really? I think if it's for Japanese people, you have to show.
I guess so.
And you have to prove that your parents have below the certain amount of salary. So.
Okay. When as a foreign student you come to Japan, with Hokkaido University, what happened is, I contacted with them. I told them when I'm coming, and they arranged a dorm room for me and my wife. I sent them all the documents, like proof that I'm married with documents, and I asked them to give me a couple dorm, and they prepared it. The thing is, they will have everything inside. Like if you are moving to one of those international dorms, like couple dorm or family dorm, you will have quite furnished, like fridge, washing machine. I had even like a dryer and a table, chair, shelf, bed, mattress. But we didn't have like cushion covers or sheets or futons. First night, we just slept with our clothes. So, and it was April. It was cold. When we came, it was still snowing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to snow.
Okay.
And we just slept just like that with our clothes. And next day we went to the Soen Ion to do the shopping. So if you're moving to a dorm, most times it's furnished. That's the pros. That's the positive side. So you don't need to spend too much money to buy those stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, probably you'll buy it later.
Yeah.
But not at that time. So you have moved just to Japan and you move to a dorm. You don't need to spend time going on and buying all those stuff. And if you don't know about Japanese situation, you'll end up spending quite a lot of money to just buy the stuff.
That's it.
Please give us the insight of Sapporo International Students Center also. That's I think in the Gakuen Maya station. Actually, I have been there. One of my friends live there.
Yeah, my friend used to live there too.
It's a family or couple dorm. You can have... He has 2 rooms. I would say they are not really big, but also not that small. So like family with...
Is it for family?
2 people. Like if you have 1 kid, mother and father, that's okay. You can have that place. It has 2 rooms. You can use one room like a bedroom and another room as a living room. And you will have heating. Like there's a central heating system that's quite unique about Japan. So you don't need to worry about like buying kerosene, or you don't need to worry about like I have spent too much for the heating with the gas. So that's the positive side about that dorm. And you will have a manager at your door all the time.
So security is okay.
Security is okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you have internet or not, but I would say it's a pretty good place. And it's mostly furnished. I think bed was there, fridge was there, washing machine was there. So you don't need to buy all those stuff. That's a good side of that.
Wait, I know my friend who used to live in the, not this dorm, maybe international student dorm from Hokkaido.
Is it?
She's Japanese.
She is Japanese.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I think that's the new one that's so in because there's a girls'
That's
dorm.
different. Okay, I see.
There, and then there's another one at Kita 23. There's another dorm.
Okay.
And that dorm is only for ladies. So if you are looking to move to that dorm, that's quite new building. I have been there helping some Chinese ladies. It's very clean. People are quite friendly.
Okay.
And they also have they have security system at the entrance of the building. So that place is well guarded.
Okay.
Let's tell it like that. And it's inside the Hokkaido campus. I think that's the only dorm inside the campus.
Okay.
So you can directly move from the dorm to your laboratory if you are living around that area and your laboratory is around that area.
Okay, that's
a
really
good
convenient.
sign.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, also that Sapporo International Students Center, they are giving free vegetables to the students as a donation. That's a good thing. Sometimes you can get carrots, potatoes, onions. Sometimes you can get free fruits. That's a good sign. Good. So you can get some free stuff. I think heating fee is fixed. So in the winter time, it doesn't matter. You didn't stay at home long or you stayed less. You pay a fixed amount. It's like water bill. So every 2 months you are spending, I think, 4,000 or 6,000 yen for the water bill, depending how much you used. So that's a fixed amount. So that's the good and bad side that I know about that place.
For my case, I used to live in the dorm close to bus intermai. It has nothing to do with Hokkaido actually. It's not only for students but also for workers.
Is it like co-working space dorm?
Co-working.
I don't say it's a co-working space. I mean it's a dorm where everyone can come and live.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of
guest house.
Yeah, guest house will.
But guest house doesn't give you food, but they give, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't call it. In Japanese, we call it gakusei kaikan.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
So it's not real, right? So that's why
it's kind of different. And for my case, food was served for breakfast and
three
dinner.
times?
No, 2 times.
2 times every.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Every day. So, after going home or
how much do you pay as extra?
It's included.
It's included.
Yeah, it's included.
That's good.
So
if you like Japanese food,
yeah, if you like
there's dorms.
Yeah, of course. It's also
that
for
give the Japanese food.
And fixed. Also onsen. I mean, hot spring is there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you have hot spring as well.
Yeah, big bath is there. So it's good. Also,
you feel like the Russian oligarch. Okay, good.
So the best thing is, of course, as I said, food is served for dinner and breakfast. So it's after going home, you don't have to cook. So it was really that's what amazing for me about dorm. But also the con is if your friend comes to your dorm, you have to before friend coming, you have to make kind of reservation.
Can you invite your girlfriend?
No, you cannot. It's only for men. Actually, it's only for men.
Okay, I see.
Yes, it's only for men. So
noted.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're, I think it's the same for all the dorms mainly.
Okay.
You have to make.
So if you're Don Juan type, you shouldn't take that dorm.
No, exactly no. Exactly no. So it's kind of stressful every time you have to make reservation, even for your friends, men's friends. So that's kind of stressful for me. And what else? Pro and cons. I think dorm is relatively small compared to apartment. I would say. If you pay,
is it the shower room and kitchen are common space?
No, not
common space?
No, not common.
You have your own.
I have my own, but it's not separated. It's unit bath.
It's within all.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it at all. But, that's why we had a big bath.
Okay, so you can spend time there.
Yes, exactly. So dorm relatively small. Even though food is served, you cannot invite like 4 or 5 people to your house. So
by the way, if I don't mistake, that international student center monthly payment is around 4万yen,
That's
if I
cheap.
don't mistake. Yeah, it should be cheap.
Okay.
Including the heating, you'll pay like 5万yen, 50,000 yen.
Mine was like 6万5千円 in total.
Oh, let
With
me
food,
tell you
yes.
my when I came in 2014, I was paying 18,000 yen for my dorm. 2
18,000
rooms furnished. I know it's dirt cheap.
Wow.
It's very cheap, and
Wow.
it's concrete building, which means if you heat it, the heat doesn't go away that fast.
That's true.
So you can enjoy the heat, and then
That's true.
but okay, I will tell it at the end. Like it's quite tricky.
Okay. Any other pros and cons?
I think with the pros and cons about the dorm. So let's do a matome. Like so if you are moving to a dorm, you don't need to buy anything. So it's furnished.
You don't need to buy.
Some dorms they serve the food.
Yeah.
Some dorms, services are included like heating or internet.
That's true.
And you'll have a good like security system in the dorm.
Yes.
You'll have a
That's true.
camera and then maybe some the guard at the entrance. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And cons could be you still need to buy some stuff like futon and then covers and sheets and those kind of stuff.
You cannot invite your partner.
Yeah, maybe if you are like
men's dorm, girls
it's
dorm.
men's dorm or girls dorm, you'll have difficulty or you can't able at all to invite your boyfriend or girlfriend. So you need to meet outside.
And some dorm maybe they have what we call you have to come up to dorm what time?
Yeah, there's a fixed time.
Fixed time, yeah, exactly.
And also, if you are not using your room that much, you are spending a lot of time in the lab. Probably you are paying money for the service that you don't use that much. Like if the heating fee is fixed, you are not in the room, you still pay for that. That could be con. So this is pros and cons of the dorm. One thing is dorms are with times. Some dorms you will live until you graduate. Some dorms that you have to do in every 6 months. You are asking for prolonging the dorm. I did it in my case 2 times. Third time they refused.
Okay.
So what to expect when you move in and out the dorm? As we said already, like you are expecting it to be furnished. You're expecting to have a good place. Most time dorms are new buildings. Even if they are not new, they are renovated. So it's not dirty. And most time it's close to Hokkaido or close to a station. That International Student Center is right at the entrance of the Gakuen Maya station. You don't need to spend time walking to the station. That's good thing. And that's what you can expect. And if you're moving out, you don't pay that much cleaning fee.
No.
I spend I think almost like 9,000 yen for the cleaning fee. Yeah. You have to think now, it's very cheap. They are not very strict with checking everything. They will just look if you didn't break anything severely. You don't pay that much. That's what you expect when you're moving out. Services that you use in a dorm, if you have contract, try to get rid of that contract. Like in my case, I had a problem with the internet and I contacted company. I canceled my internet providing company, but I didn't cancel the line of the internet line. So I spent 3 more months money on the service that I didn't use. Even though I tried to cancel it, I was having a hard time. So try to avoid those kind of stuff. So if you are moving out, be sure you have finished everything. I think gas, electricity, and maybe water. You can move when you move to an apartment. You can ask them to switch the account. So you will have the same still account, but move to another address. Or you just like finish all the agreements and then you move to a new place, you open a new account. So that could be the stuff that you need to do if you are moving out of the dorm. And if you are moving out of the dorm, get ready to buy everything that you had in the dorm for the new place. Because the new apartments in Japan, they are not furnished. Most time you don't find them furnished.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But one of the merits that living in dorm, especially for foreigners, is if you live in,
short time.
International dorm, you can communicate with foreigners. Not
that's
English.
That's true.
You feel safe, maybe you get some knowledge, information.
Yeah, and actually, that place is quite welcoming foreigners. They'll have special events at that place, and also between the floors, it's like a closed space, so it doesn't get. If you are moving from one floor to another floor, you don't get out. So it's all inside the building. And inside the building, they have even sports place where you can gym you can play some kind of basketball, football if you have free time. You can provide a birthday there, so that's a good thing.
Like, I'm just curious, how many percentage of the foreign students live in dorm, not in apartment? I mean,
if you have just moved to Japan, probably you live in dorm for the first 6 months, maybe. That's the minimum.
Okay.
And then later they will tell you, sorry, you have to move out. And then you need to find a place. By the way, if you're going to move out, don't wait to buy your stuff 1 week before you move out. I would say 1 month, even 1.5 months, like 6 weeks before, go and search for the stuff you want and tell them you want this stuff this day. I had issue with the bed. I went to Big Camera for buying a new bed. They said, sorry, it will take 5 weeks to get the bed.
5
weeks. So ended up sleeping on the floor for quite a long time until I get the bed.
I see.
So try to get those stuff beforehand. Even you find a apartment. As soon as you decide which apartment, find a place where you want to buy the stuff and arrange this. And there's a high season around March. It's not only Japanese, foreign students, but also Japanese students move from one city to another one. So it will be crowded. If you go to them and ask them to bring you that thing, they can tell, sorry, we are all occupied on March. We'll bring it to you on April.
Yes.
That sucks.
That's true.
So
March and April. Yeah.
March, April is time when the foreigners and the Japanese students come and go. So that's the time you have to consider. With my own experience, I contacted Hokkaido in 2014 January, and I told them I'm coming with my wife. I was already married, and I sent them all my documents, like proof that I'm married. And I told them I need a room. They said, okay, we will arrange one. And they sent me to, I think they sent me International Central Student Center. They sent me Kita 8 International Dorm, which is at the Soen station. And I think there was one more. And they told me pick. And to me, that Soen was the nearest one to my faculty. That's what I thought when I checked the Google. And they told me when you come, go to the manager. He will be there, and then he'll give you the key, and then you can move in.
Okay.
I got my supporter waiting for me at the Chitose airport. He picked me, and then we went to the dorm. We took the key, and then we slept in that room for that night. And next day we went to the shopping. I would say if you are really going to move to one of the rooms in that dorm, Soin is the Ion is a good place to do the shopping. You can have really cheap carpets. You can have sheet like bed sheets and the futon sheets and everything there for a really good price. You don't need to search for it. That's the thing about that. We bought most of the stuff from there. And when we move out, actually I didn't have any issue regarding the checking and the dirtiness or cleanness or those kind of stuff. That's my experience. And I have been to Kitalabs, as I was telling at the beginning of the video. That place is horrible. I wouldn't recommend you go in there. You'll catch some kind of disease worse than maybe COVID-19.
I see.
I think sometimes people throw their mattresses from the window to the outside if they're drunk.
Crazy.
So I don't recommend going to Kitalabs.
Is there any building for foreigners in Kitalabs?
I think I have heard.
I'm
not sure.
I don't know.
I have heard there's like 6 sections, and one of the section is devoted to foreign students.
Okay.
I was in that if it is that section, I was there. It's quite an old building, so don't expect too much. There was one at I think Kita 8, which was near to Homak. It's mainly for boys. That place was more or less clean, and it was a good place. But I think Hokudai couldn't make a lot of money from there, especially after COVID-19. They stopped, I think, renting that place. That place was a rent, I think. So that's the case with dorms. So there's a girls' dorm at Kita 23. That's a good place. If you are, as a lady, you're going to move to that dorm, that's a good choice. And by the way, dorms prices has gone up, because when I came, it was 18,000 for the couple and 34,000 for the family dorms. And for the ladies, I think it was either 14,000 or cheaper than that. And after they did the renovation, all the prices went up. Right now, family dorms is around, I think, 5만 yen, which is 50,000 yen. Couple dorms are around 38,000 yen or 34,000 yen. So almost two times.
I think with the money you can live in your apartment.
Yeah, with that money you can live in a pretty, I wouldn't say big, but not bad decent apartment. Decent apartment. Keep in mind, you won't be furnished, so you will need to buy those stuff.
That's the rate, but
yeah,
that's true. What else? But I'm just surprised by how, I mean, such like Hokudai owns such many dorms other than like Keitekiryo.
Actually, Hokudai should have more.
Really?
Because they were having more students asking. Because before COVID-19, there were students coming for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And then bachelor students, master students, research students, PhD students, right? It's almost 6-7 categories of students. And Hokudai didn't have enough space for all of them. So when I used to work at the support desk, we were rejecting people for the dorm. And then the workers at the international department were really upset with that.
So it's not sufficient.
Yeah, it wasn't, before COVID-19, it wasn't sufficient at all, because the number of the foreign students were growing.
Okay.
But after the COVID probably went down, that's why Hokudai is closing the boys' dorm.
I see. That's interesting.
I think Hokudai is struggling to make money.
Yeah, I know. That's why they are welcoming Sekomad.
Yeah.
And also, I heard that they are trying to create a winery, kind of, inside the campus to make money. They're making
I think more than giving education, they're doing something else to make money. They have lost the grip.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so they are trying to make campus more like a tourism spot rather than a place for learning, actually.
Because of that pond event.
Yeah. Anyways.
As per your experience, which is better option, a private apartment or a dorm, especially SICS?
International.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Especially for a couple. If you're a couple, I would suggest you to search for a apartment. Even better, if you can find a government apartment, you can apply for. It's dirt cheap. Some people stay there for like 5,000 yen per month.
Really?
Yeah. But at the beginning, you will need to spend some money to furnish it. Some places, they don't even have like a toilet sink cap. You will need to buy it. But if you spend like some time and search and then apply for it, I would say go to the apartment shop, search for the building, and go to the government building application place. I think it's near to the Yodobashi, and then try to apply for it. You can get quite cheap. So if I were you, I would find an apartment, and then, because I don't know if they still ask you to expand your time in dorm, like every 6 months you have to apply for it. It feels unstable. You feel stressed all the time. But if you're going to move to International Student Center, that's a good place. If you don't mind spending extra money for the heating, because if you stay in that dorm or don't stay, you'll need to spend the same amount of money because it's fixed. I would say go there. You'll have some good time as well. You won't feel like in a vacuum. You won't feel like you are separated from the foreigners community. You'll find more interacting with them. That could be a good place.
I think it depends on how much you can pay, maybe.
Yeah.
It depends on how long you will stay in Japan.
So, okay, let's evaluate from two sides. If you are a couple, do you mind to have a big room and spend some money for that? Or you want to have a cozy place and don't spend that much? So that could be your criteria. If I was you and I just came with my wife, I would take the international because you don't need to prolong anything. You are there until you leave the place, right? And it's right beside the station. So anytime you want, you can get out of the home and go anywhere you want with that subway station. And close to you, there's a big Aeon as well. By walk, it will be like 5-10 minutes. And in the future, if you'll have kid, there's also kindergarten around. So it's a good place. I would say go for that.
That's a good suggestion.
Thank you. Like, I tried to give you all the information that I have so you can make some good decision.
I hope that was great advice to you.
Yeah.
That was great advice, actually.
Hopefully. Because Japanese say gambare. If you say to Japanese your problem, they'll say gambare, gambatte kudasai, and no advice. So
you're right.
Yeah, so I tried to give you something that I lacked all this time. Guys, thank you for listening to us all this time. We have already talked 33 minutes. We have announcements. 29 and 28 January. So next week, Friday and Saturday, we are going to have donation event. Friday, it will be in Sapporo at the Sapporo Christ Church, which is at the south gate of Hokkaido. You can bring your toys, clothes, and shoes for donation. And in 29, we will do it in Kuchan Co-op supermarket parking lot, which is near to Kuchan station. And again, you can bring your clothes and shoes and toys to donate. That's about it. And also, I want to announce that we are looking for people who would like to participate in either flea market or barter bar. And we have talked about it last time. Barter bar is where you come and you have something that you want to exchange to something else that you are looking for. And a flea market, you can have a booth and sell the stuff that you don't need anymore. You can do it with your friends. So if you're interested, please write to us. We'll feel really happy if you would join us. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. So
he said it was helpful. Thank you, 2Gaijin.
Hopefully. Happy to help you. That's it for today. See you next week, Wednesday. Topic, we will announce it at the end of this week again. Okay. So we'll try to have something interesting to you. Maybe we can talk about some politics going inside Hokkaido. Who knows? You can suggest us the topic. We can find information about it and see if we have experience and talk about it. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thanks so much
for
joining us today.
And thank you for asking the questions. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.